Matthew Wade, how are you feeling about the summer of cricket ahead?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously got to see a bit of what Fox is doing here and get you excited for the summer ahead. So, yeah, can't wait to get started.
Before we look ahead, let's look back. The Ashes, 2 centuries.
Yep.
Did you, in your wildest dreams, if you go back to the start of 2019, where you were fighting for that spot in the national team, did you think that was ahead of you?
Yeah, probably not. Once the Canberra test got picked, I thought there was an opportunity that that would probably be my chance to get picked again for Australia. When that didn't happen, I probably thought my chances of playing for Australia were gone, let alone to play at an Ashes away and be able to contribute like I did in the end. It probably didn't sink in until I got home and had a bit of time off. And although we haven't had a lot of time off, we jumped straight back into domestic cricket. But it certainly was a long way from my mind at the end of last season. I basically just did the Australia A tour on the off chance that I might get an opportunity to make the squad, and managed to get in the team as well, which was unexpected.
As somebody who's a big fan of yours, I had moments where I threw the toys out my cop, and I'm just a fan.
Yep.
Did you have moments where your frustration at not being given that chance at the international level, it just got to you and you had to go blow off some steam?
I think I was at peace with the whole thing personally. I think it probably blew up a little bit more through the BBL with the amount of media attention that was coming, and that was probably the hardest point. Myself personally, I was comfortable with where I was at. I knew I was playing good cricket. If I got an opportunity, I thought I'd be able to contribute, but it was probably trying to be respectful to the guys that were getting picked, the selectors, and not burning my bridges there, and being able to get an opportunity down the track. That was probably the hardest part. The actual not getting selected was fine. I didn't worry about that, but the constant media attention and trying not to burn your bridges and torch guys that are getting picked in front of you was the hard part.
You're a bigger man than me. I mean, not physically, but like in terms of Hey, with that whole idea of players getting picked over you. I mean, you saw blokes like Marnus Labuschagne, Uzi getting chances when maybe he wasn't getting the runs on the board. Davey coming back in after the ban. Is it difficult to be happy for those guys when you know you're maybe not getting that same opportunity?
Yeah, I think that's the really hard part. We're all, as players and ACA members, we're all in it together. You don't want to be torching guys that have earned the chance to play for Australia. Curtis Patterson got an opportunity through that period, got a big 100. Marcus Harris, guys like that I was happy to see get opportunities and make runs. Yeah, it was a little bit difficult knowing that I felt like I could go in and do a job if I got the opportunity. But that's, as I said, that's the really hard part, being respectful to those guys that they've earned their opportunity as well. I suppose now it looks the way that the selectors are going that you're going to have to beat the door down in Shield cricket to get an opportunity, which is what I love. I know there's a lot of media attention around the first 4 games of the year leading into the Test summer, but I think if we look at it a broader picture over a 12-18 months period, pick the guys that have been scoring runs for a long period of time and you should get good results.
You kicked the door down, you tore the door up, and you've made a fire out of the wood. Hey, talk to me about those 2 centuries. Do you remember what you were thinking, the shot before you brought up 3 figures? Do you remember your mindset? Do you remember what was going through your head?
Yeah, I had a really simple approach that I was going to go for it the way that I wanted to go for it leading into the Test series, that I was going to play the way that I wanted to play and not someone else's game. So leading when I was on 96 and I played a reverse sweep out of the rough off Joe Root, that was kind of what I was thinking. It was going through my mind. I was like, nah, stuff it. I'm going to go for it. So that's what I was thinking before it. And then, the first one was probably a lot more memorable than the second, just in the sense that I'd done so much work to get that opportunity and managed to get 100. I thought it might be my last opportunity to play a Test match, so that's why I rocked the baby at 50. I thought that would be maybe my last chance, because I thought the pitches were going to be so flat after what we saw. I thought they'd bring an all-rounder in at some stage, so I thought my chances of playing would be 1, 2, maybe 3 tests, but the pitches ended up doing a lot more than what we thought, and I managed to play all 5.
Nice. All right, well, let's talk about the summer ahead.
Yes.
Summer. People want to get in shape. People want to get bikini ready.
Yeah.
What's the biggest hurdle to Matty Wade's bikini body? What's the vice that might, stop you from getting the rig out?
Kids, I reckon, is the biggest hurdle. I can't get in the gym as often as what I'd like to, but luckily enough, we've moved into a newer home. I've got some weights there, so I'll be able to pump out a few in between feeding the kids. But they're usually the biggest hurdle when you get home.
Right.
Julia lobs the kids on me, and that's it for a few days.
And you've just got a second daughter as well?
Yeah, just got another 4-month-old little Goldie. So we had her literally just before I left to go to England. So I haven't seen a whole lot of her, and Julia's been holding the fort terrifically.
That's a scary name to give a kid as a batsman. Goldie. Yeah, you could have called it Ton or...
I know. I try and get all the ducks out of of the house. No ducks in the bath. No toy ducks. All of them are out. So I remember Winter took a little duck to a test in India when she was very small, and I got a duck that day. So that was in the bin. So I try and get rid of all them. But yeah, I haven't really thought about that much. Might have to rename her.
Oh no. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to give her a nickname at least over the summer period.
She's
hey,
fine.
your teammates. I want to ask a couple of questions about just get an idea of what the national team setup is like. Which one of your teammates sets the celebrations going? Like after you retain the Ashes, who's the bloke in the Aussie team that really kicked the celebrations into gear?
Jimmy Paddo certainly got the.
Really?
Yeah, he's a funny man, Jimmy. He can get the group up pretty quickly. So he set the tone for that, and then Gazza jumps over the top with the team song in the end. But Jimmy certainly got the change room firing.
Okay, who's first one in bed?
Everyone will say me.
Really?
They will. I'll go. Happy to admit that I'll go quite hard, quite early.
You're a sprinter.
Since I've had kids, I usually real hard till 12, and then get to bed as soon as I can. And then if we go the next day, I'll be the first one up. But I'm go hard and go home.
Yeah, right. No, okay. It's about a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I like it. What about which one of your teammates most enjoys the recognition that comes with being an international cricketer?
Jeez, Mitch Marsh.
Really?
Yeah. He'll say he doesn't, but he's one of the only single guys in the team as well, so I'm sure he laps up the attention that he gets when he goes out. And he's from WA. They're a different breed over there. They're in their own country over there, so he's a big dog over there.
Yeah, right. Okay. Hey, now wicket keeping union. You've said that your days keeping at shield level are behind you.
Yep.
What does that mean for you within that wicket keeping union? Do you slide down in the hierarchy a little bit? Do you know?
Yeah, I probably will. I won't get too many invites anymore to the dinners, but I'm happy with that. I'm comfortable that I'm not keeping anymore. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than what I did when I was keeping. It's good to walk out and not have to worry about catching every ball. You can kind of switch off a little bit, which I've seen a lot of guys do for a lot of years, and now I get to do it. It's nice.
Right. Lastly, I feel like the player mics was made for you in mind. I feel like it's you're one of the players who not only can handle having them being mic'd up, but also enjoys it. Who's someone that you'd love to have mic'd up in the cricket this summer?
In any cricket game, jeez. Oh, who would I love? Marnus, I'd always like to see Marnus mic'd up, only because he's just a rare unit. The stuff that goes through his head, like, it would just be interesting to see actually what goes through his head a whole day. If you actually had a diary every over, speak to Marnus about what he's thinking about, it'd be interesting viewing, I think. All right. I'm not sure what he's thinking after.
Can you spell his last name for me?
Absolutely not. I can barely say it.
All right, giving you a dream opportunity here. You can bring back anyone currently playing or retired to bat with for an innings.
Okay.
From any country, doesn't have to be Australian. Who do you want down the other end with you?
Oh, I would like to bat with Brian Lara. I think he would be very, very good to bat with. And then maybe Pigeon. I wouldn't mind batting with him because I know, well, chances are you're not going to be out there too much longer. You walk off with a bit of red ink.
Hey, Matty Wade, thank you for your time and good luck for the summer.
No worries. Thank you.